Shri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Chapter 34. Doctor's Nephew. In Melgaon, there lived a doctor. His nephew suffered from an incurable disease, tubercular bone abscess. The doctor himself and his brothers, also medical practitioners, tried all sorts of remedies and even an operation. There was no relief, and there was no end to the little boy's suffering. Friends and relations advised the parents of the boy to seek divine aid and recommended them to try Sai Baba, who was known to have cured such incurable cases by his mere glance. The parents therefore came to Shirdi. They prostrated themselves before Baba, placed the boy before him, and pleaded humbly and respectfully and implored him to save their son. The merciful Baba confronted them, saying, "Those who resort to this masjid shall never suffer anything in this life, and to the end of time be now carefree. Apply Udi on the abscess, and within a week he will recover. Believe in God. This is no masjid, but Dwaravati. He who steps here will soon get health and happiness, and his sufferings will come to an end." The boy was made to sit before Baba, who moved his hands on the affected part and cast his loving glances on him. The patient was pleased with the application of the Udi. He began to recover and was all right after some days. The parents then left Shirdi with their son, thanking Baba for the cure, which was effected by Udi and Baba's gracious looks. After knowing this, the doctor, the uncle of the boy, became wonderstruck and desired to see Baba while he was on his way to Bombay for some business. But in Melgaon and Manmad, somebody spoke to him against Baba and poisoned his ears. He therefore dropped the idea of visiting Shirdi and went to Bombay direct. He wanted to spend the rest of his leave in Alibag, but at Bombay he heard 3 successive nights a voice crying out, "Still you disbelieve me?" Then the doctor changed his mind and resolved to go to Shirdi. He had to attend in Bombay to a case of infectious fever which showed no signs of abatement quick, so he thought that his Shirdi trip would be postponed. He, however, proposed the test in his mind and said that if the patient gets all right today, I will start for Shirdi tomorrow. The wonder is that exactly at the time when the determination was taken, the fever began to abate immediately and the temperature became normal. Then he went to Shirdi as per his determination, took Baba's darshana, and prostrated himself before him. Baba gave him such experiences that he became his devotee. He stayed there for 4 days and returned home with Baba's Udi and blessings. Within a fortnight, he was transferred on promotion to Bijapur. His nephew's case gave him an opportunity for seeing Baba, and this visit engendered in him a never failing love for the saint's feet. Dr. Pillai. One Dr. Pillai was an intimate bhakta of Baba. He was much liked by Baba, who always called him Bau. Baba talked with him off and on and consulted him in all matters and wanted him always at his side. This Pillai suffered once very badly from guinea worms. He said to Kaka Sahib Dixit, "The pain is most excruciating and unbearable. I prefer death to it. This pain, I know, is for repaying past karma. But go to Baba and tell him to stop the pain and transfer the working of my past karma to 10 future births of mine." Mr. Dixit went to Baba and told him his request. Then Baba, being moved by his request, said to Dixit, "Tell him to be fearless. Why should he suffer for 10 births? In 10 days he can work out his sufferings and consequences of his past karma. While I am here to give him temporal and spiritual welfare, why should he pray for death? Bring him here on somebody's back and let us work and finish his sufferings once and for all." The doctor was brought in that condition and was seated on Baba's right side. Baba gave him his bolster and said, "Lie calmly here and be at ease. The true remedy is that the result of past actions has to be suffered and got over. Our karma is the cause of our happiness and sorrow. Therefore, put up with whatever comes to you. Allah is the sole dispenser and protector. Think of Him always. He will take care of you. Surrender to His feet with body, mind, wealth, and speech. That is completely, and then see what He does." Dr. Pillai said in return that Nana Sahib had put a bandage over his leg, but he found no relief. Nana is a fool, replied Baba. Take that bandage off, or else you will die. Now a crow will come and peck you, then you will recover. While this conversation was going on, Abdul, who always cleaned the masjid and trimmed the lamps, turned up. While he was attending to his work of trimming, his foot accidentally fell upon the stretched leg of Dr. Pillai. The leg was already swollen, and when Abdul's foot fell on it and pressed it, all the 7 guinea worms were squeezed out at once. The pain was unbearable, and Dr. Pillai bawled out loudly. After some time, he calmed down and began to sing and cry alternately. Then Baba remarked, See, our Babu is all right now and singing. Then Pillai inquired when the crow was coming and pecking. Baba said, Did you not see the crow? He won't come again. Abdul was the crow. Now go and rest yourself in the Vada, and you will be soon all right. By application of the Udi and by taking it in the stomach with water, and without taking any other treatment or medicine, the disease was completely cured in 10 days, as predicted by Baba. Shama's sister in law. Shama's younger brother, Bapaji, was staying near the Sawwood well. Once his wife was attacked with bubonic plague. She had high fever and 2 boo-boos in her groin. Babaji rest, rushed to Shama at Shirdi and asked him to come and help. Shama was frightened, but according to his wont, he went to Baba, prostrated himself before him to invoke his aid by requesting him to cure the case. He also asked his permission to go to his brother in law's house. Then Baba said, Don't go there at this late hour. Send her the Udi. Why care for fever and boo boos? God is our father and mother. She will be all right easily. Do not go now, but go there in the morning and return immediately. Shama had full faith in Baba's Udi. It was sent with Bapuji. It was applied on the boo-boos, and some of it was mixed with water, and was given to the patient for drinking. No sooner was it taken in, perspiration set in profusely, the fever abated, and the patient had a good sleep. Next morning, Babaji was surprised to see his wife all right and refreshed, with no fever and no boo-boos. When Shama went there next morning, with Baba's permission, he was also surprised to see her at the fireplace and preparing tea. On questioning his brother, he learned that Baba's Udi cured her completely in one night. Then Shama realized the significance of Baba's words, Go there in the morning and return immediately. After taking tea, Shama returned and after saluting Baba, said, Deva, what is this play of yours? You first raise a storm and make us restless, then calm it down and ease us. Baba replied, You see, mysterious is the path of action. Though I do nothing, they hold me responsible for the actions which take place on account of Adrishta. I am only their witness. The Lord is the sole doer and inspirer. He is also the most merciful. Neither I am God nor Lord. I am his obedient servant. And remember him often. He who casts aside his egoism and thanks him, and he who trusts him entirely, will have his shackles removed and will obtain liberation. Irani's daughter. Now read the experience of an Irani gentleman. His young daughter got fits every hour. When the convulsion came, she lost her power of speech, her limbs got shrunk and contracted, and she fell down senseless. No remedy gave her any relief. Some friend recommended Baba's Udi to her father and asked him to get it from Kaka Sahib Dixit at Vile Parle. Then the Irani gentleman got the Udi and gave it, mixed with water, to his daughter daily for drinking. In the beginning, the convulsions, which were coming on hourly, came every 7 hours, and after a few days, the daughter recovered completely. Harda gentleman. An old gentleman of Harda was suffering from a stone in his kidney. Such stones are generally removed by surgical operations, and people recommended him to undergo one. He was old and weak, lacked strength of mind, and could not think of submitting himself to surgical treatment. His suffering was soon to end in another way. The Inamdar of that town happened to come there at that time. He was a devotee of Baba and had always a stock of Udi with him. On the recommendation of friends, his son got some Udi from him and after mixing it with water gave it to his old father to drink. Within 5 minutes, the Udi was assimilated, the stone was dissolved and came out through his urine. The man was soon relieved. Bombay lady. A woman of Kashita Prabhu caste is in Bombay always suffered terrible pain at her delivery. She was very much frightened each time she became pregnant and did not know what to do. Sri Ramamurthy of Kalyan, who was a devotee of Baba, advised her husband to take her to Shirdi for a painless delivery. When she next became pregnant, both husband and wife came to Shirdi, stayed there for some months, and worshipped Baba, and got all the benefit of his company. After some time, the hour of delivery came, and as usual, there was an obstruction in the passage from the womb. She began to suffer labor pains, did not know what to do, but began to pray to Baba for relief. In the meantime, some neighboring women turned up, and after invoking Baba's aid, gave her Udi mixture to drink. In 5 minutes, the woman delivered safely and painlessly. The issue was still born according to its fate, but the mother who got rid of the anxiety and pain thanked Baba for the safe delivery and ever remained grateful to him. Botu Shri Sai, peace be to all. Shri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. End of chapter 34.